Alright, what is up, YouTube? Alright, so I have this idea, and I thought maybe I could get a few people interested in maybe having conversation with me over some topics where I can give you videos of what I think, and in the comments we can maybe discuss what you think. And, I mean, if you think this is going to be groundbreaking or anything, you might as well turn back now. I mean, I gotta tell you, there's no real reason to assume that anything we say will ever matter, but I just like to know what people think. So, my first question to you, and I'll give you my side, and I'll give you my reasoning. My first question to you is, do you like that Blizzard, at least especially in Warlords, has given a lot of thought to pruning abilities and making things simpler? And my answer to you is, since MOP, I want to say no. And my main reasons are, my first and biggest complaint is the talent system. I don't mind that the talent system is like this. What I do mind is that either things are so good you must use them, so balanced it doesn't matter what you use, which in essence is okay, but I want people to be rewarded for things that they can do particularly well. For instance, when warlocks were able to snapshot their dots and they could use their recast their dots as their trinkets procced and stuff like that, I felt like they deserved to get that power boost. And it played an integral role into how much damage they could do compared to other warlocks. Was it significant enough to make everybody complain? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But what we do know is it is significant enough to notice. And I, for one, feel like you should be rewarded for doing things well. For instance, some people will say that the talent system doesn't matter because you will invariably end up how you would have ended up otherwise, and I just call bullshit. Back in Cataclysm, which is when I started, so sorry, I know I've played some Arena on Wrath, and it's awesome. It's so much more different. It's harder. I love it. But I'll talk about Kata. And Kata, the way they did it was you could actually opt out of using that last talent in your tree. There were a bunch of talents to choose from, and what they did was said, okay, you pick your primary specialization, and you go down that tree, and at a certain point you're allowed to branch off. As a Frost Death Knight, I was able to go down, skip a few things I didn't want, such as On a Pale Horse, and say, okay, now that I have what I want from Frost, I'll go to the right and pick up Desecrated Ground, which back then was a slow that was applied when I either Necrotic Strike or Unholy, is it Unholy Strike? Or Plague Strike, sorry. Necrotic or Plague Strike. And then I went into Blood and said, alright, give me some damage mitigation, give me some extra power based on my armor, stuff like that. It was really nice. My other complaint is when they take away skills, it's really awkward. Especially, I'm going to go from a Death Knight's point of view. In MOP, Unholy Death Knights and Kata, I mean, Unholy Death Knights were the epitome of Death Knight. If you played PvP and you were a great Death Knight, chances are you were unholy and you were good at it. Now, what my complaint is, since they completely took out Necrotic Strike, I'm not pinning this solely on Necrotic Strike being taken out, but all of a sudden, Frost Death Knights spring into the lead, and it makes me go, you know, I understand what you guys are doing, but you guys significantly hurt what Unholy could do. And I think part of that is because of how they were pruning abilities. Frost Death Knights seem to not die for no particularly good reason. In fact, Unholy has more of a more chances to heal, but Frost just seems to never die when you're PvPing, and it's like, what the hell is going on? So, I mean, those are a couple of my bigger reasons why I don't really like the simplification of the game, but I don't hate it so much that I'll quit. I just don't like it enough to be as into it as I was. And I'm going to finish off by saying, in an RPG, it's all about choices, and the more Blizzard simplifies our RPG experience, the more I feel like that we're losing those choices. But that's just me. So, tell me what you guys think. If nobody watches this video and comments and stuff, I'll probably just not make another one. But, you know, I like to hear what people think. I just like to chat about things. So, tell me what you guys think about the simplification of the game or games in general, and maybe we can get something going.